Hi, welcome to our fourth in a series of 6 videos on playful parenting in the pandemic. This one focuses on the comfort of routine and how it is that we can provide a sense of that comfort where everything and anything around and about us has been upended. So, Joanna, one of the things I'm kind of thinking is that really how is it that we can go about creating playful opportunities to create structure and routine in our daily life?
Yeah, because it doesn't really sound that playful, does it? You know, as soon as you think about structure, you think about rigidity and rules, and actually genuine, authentic structure isn't rigid.
Yeah.
It's flexible and it's creative, and it provides that sense of felt safety, that I feel secure and safe from the inside out and in relationship to you, my caregiver. So one very quick way of doing it in Europe, because I mean, look, we've all a million things to be doing at the moment. You need them up, you need them fed, you need a bit of homework or schoolwork done or study, whatever it is, depending on age. You need to get some of your work done, some household tasks. There's things that have to be done. And that can be a real hotbed of tension in the parent-child relationship because you feel like you're constant, or they feel like you're constantly giving them orders and instructions. So one thing is to sit down as a family, large piece of paper, some colored pens, and put in, even in a bowl, folded on bits of paper, all of the tasks and chores that have to get done as a family each day. Everyone takes a turn picking one out, and that's their task in the day. It could be load the dishwasher, unload it, straighten the duvet, put your laundry in the basket, sweep the floor. Look, it doesn't matter. You decide. It could be any of those things. And those are the extras on top of homework, parents' work, and play. Because play shouldn't be an option. That should be in our schedule. Then draw it out on a Monday through Sunday timed board. And draw it out, color code it, put people's names on tasks and pin it up so that you have this visual reminder that everybody was an active part of developing on the wall. So then it isn't happening to them, it's happening with them.
It creates a lovely sense of cohesion within the family in terms of feeling connected, that we're in it together, you know, the awareness that things are kind of a little bit different. They are.
Exactly. And
but we all play our part.
It is, and I think that's why I emphasise that play should be as important as the schoolwork and our own professional work that we might have to do. Because play is that opportunity for shared joy in our day. It is that moment of meeting. And what we do know in terms of structure and felt safety is that predictability is key. So in one of our earlier videos, we did mention about, look, it's great to play 1 or 2 of these activities every day, then front load or back end your week with everything, and then nothing in between. And one of the ways, I mean, I use 15 minutes, but you can obviously do longer if you have time, but really it's that visual piece of, for this amount of time, I'm yours, you're mine, we're together, and we are going to mindfully connect and play, and you structure that time. What you do within that time can be unstructured, free play, you lead some, they lead some, but the time itself is protected and enshrined, and you say, this is it, you've got this with me no matter what happens every single day, because this is as important as schoolwork or any other work in the house. Absolutely. It's not an extra.
And it's that idea of play being the work of children. You
know?
And
exactly.
That's where they learn, it's where they grow, it's how they reflect on the day, it's how they process emotional experience and lived experience. So it's really, really important.
Yeah.
So Joanna, with the best will in the world, you know, there's a lot going on at home. As you said, people are trying to juggle parenting and play and opportunities to be able to connect with the child, and that from time to time we just lose it. You know, our own emotional cup is not topped up. We're running on empty. And I'm wondering how we might be able to think about how we fix and repair our relationships with children in the aftermath of a little rupture that comes in there.
Oh, and they will happen, you know. And rupture is not a problem in a relationship, particularly between a secure relationship between parents and children. In fact, ruptures happen many times a day in every single person's home. So everybody exhale, it happens in everyone's home. But what's really important is the quality and speed of the experiential repair following that rupture. So you've had the rupture, they've done something, eventually you've flipped your lid and you've snapped, you've shouted, whatever it is you've done, they go away, everybody's upset, everybody's worked out. The first thing is attend to yourself. Take 10, 15 minutes and center yourself, get some air, change the field of vision to reset your own overstimulated, frazzled brain. And the quickest way to do that in these times is to simply look out a window. Look out a window, find 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you could touch, 2 things you could smell, 1 thing you could taste. You're doing sensory self-regulation. When you can feel that you've cooled down enough, you go find your child and you acknowledge what's happened. You know, things got out of control there. My feelings got big, your feelings got big, and when feelings get big, they tend to get loud. And we shouted at each other, and it wasn't very nice, and I'm sorry about that. And if they want to say sorry, great, but don't make that a rule. You know, take responsibility for our own part. And then once you've done that, I think it's about doing the repair. So get quite quickly into a play activity. I like, and we often have these lurking around the drawers at home from birthday parties, you know, a few rogue balloons around the house, and if you do, great. So what you're going to do is blow up a balloon, and you might have a child who isn't quite there yet. They're still a bit angry with you or tetchy with you. And so in a doing way, you're going to blow up this balloon, hold it out from your body. I'll actually get you to do it, I think, Janet. It's a punch bag, okay? And on my cue, you were going to punch. So I'm going to do green light, red light for this, a bit of impulse control so it doesn't get too out of control either. Green light. You punch, punch, punch the balloon. All those angry feelings getting punched out. Red light, green light, and red light. So we go, stop, go, stop. Then once we've done that, immediately without pause, this time I'm going to toss the balloon in the air, and we're going to work together to keep it in the air. And I'm going to structure this piece by saying, let's just use the flat palms of our hands. We do this over and back, and the object is to keep it up, not score points on each other. Change the structure. Use your pointer. Use your thumb. Maybe your fist. Elbows. Whatever it is, over and back. Then I catch the balloon and I invite you to come physically closer to me. We'll just do, for the purpose of the video, put up your hands. We keep the balloon between our bodies and we take it for a walk. So I'm going to structure this. We're going to walk this way, that way, turn in a circle, 2 steps, 3 steps, whatever it might be. Change the body parts. You might do tummy to tummy. You might do shoulder to shoulder, but the balloon stays between bodies. And why that's good is it's bringing you into closer proximity to me physically, but it's not the hug. But we are getting that pressure touch-based input, which is regulating and repairing. And that's really nice sequence of play with balloons. Equally, you could, I'm going to throw in an extra one here, take a cotton ball and take something like fans. If you don't have these, don't worry, take a sheet of A4 paper and fold it over, back, over, back, over, back, and make a fan. And all we're going to do is pass the cotton ball over and back to each other. I'm going to move this so maybe you get a better angle, and it's cotton ball pass. And if it falls off the table, you don't worry, you just pick it up and go again. Pass it back. Then I waft it this way. And this is, look, in other ways, you could just blow this over and back. But in the current times we're living in, this is a more pandemic-friendly way of doing cotton ball blow. So there's no end of games. What we're basically saying is that using play is the best, most effective way to have that meaningful moment of meeting in repair and get us back on track.